Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned into Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, the tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Nile Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here, it's not just about fixing cars. It's about keeping you rolling and saving you money, giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuters to the weird noises and those what the heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, a few good laughs. And I'm Nile Motormouth Jenkins, and welcome to the Motormouth Morning Drive. I hope your week is going much better than my own, but just don't worry, we have a steering wheel. We'll get it turned around. That's for sure. So welcome aboard. We'll have a couple of quick housekeeping tips, but if you're in the queue to get through the drive-through, we're almost at weekend, so you know what that means. Yeah. The switches kind of sort of turn only halfway on. So double check your order, get your morning beverage ready. We'll have a morning swiggy in just a moment. This morning, we're going to be talking about the cooling system Bogeyman. Yes, he's out there. And as the heat moves on, I think I've heard that somewhere before. Or is it the heat is on? Yes, the heat is on. That's right. The heat is on. Thank you. That just came to my memory banks. And we'll have our daily weather coming up as well in just a moment. So prepare your morning swiggy beverage, and we'll quickly get through our housekeeping rules so that those who are joining us for the very first time, thanks for being here. You have 211 podcasts to catch up on, and the remainder of that will take you to about 500 pieces of information that are readily available on our YouTube channel, including the morning podcasts, which are available on all platforms. So wherever you're listening and pulling your podcast from, we're there. Just type us into the search box, Car Connection Workshop. You'll find us there. We're on iHeartRadio, Amazon, Spotify, and did I miss one? Podbean. So thanks for joining us. It's Monday through Friday. Is about a half-hour show, maybe 40 minutes if you pinch my arm a little bit or we get into a conversation. Fridays are fun Fridays, and Saturday, a whole hour Q&A session. So I pull 3 questions from the questions that come in from you, our loyal listeners here on this podcast, Motormouth's Morning Drive. Your questions need to be in the hopper by noon on Friday to have a possibility of having your question pulled and reviewed and opened in detail Saturday morning for Saturday morning's Q&A. So that's how that works. Our homepage of our website is where you'll find everything. If you'd like to follow the build and repair work that we do and connect with our program partners, you click on their logo and you will meet them. And thank you for giving them your business in advance, because we need them to keep us going, and we need you too. So thank you. The top right-hand corner of our homepage is also important to you for connecting with us. We have put all the links possible for all the platforms that we're involved in. Top right-hand corner, our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram. We are on a local website called Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. Click on the businesses tab, and we are all set up thanks to our Skippy, our videographer, has been running that website for over 7 years, and they have about 20,000 visits a month. So it was her way, living in Stevensville, and I have friends and family in Stevensville, bringing the local businesses together with the community. So she has set us up under automotive experts, and on all our social media platforms, that's where you'll find reels, bloopers, and outtakes you won't see anywhere else. On our YouTube channel, I spend time teaching and showing you on vehicles, hands-on, 5 things. what it is, the component, where the component is, what it does, so how it works, and how you broke it, and why that's costing you money. And what I can teach you is the basic fundamentals of owning and operating an automobile, just the basics, all the basics, where the brakes are, where the shocks are, what are struts, what's this, what's that, and what does it do, and how does it wear out, and how do you service it or replace it. You get to see all those things on our YouTube channel. We have hundreds of videos for you. 3 new videos come out every single week, 2 on Tuesday. So the new ones are out on Tuesday, and you get another new one on Friday. So we're finishing off a couple of series right now on vehicles that have needed some upgrades. And that's where you learn stuff. So no matter what age group, size, dimensions, single, widowed, divorced, on your own, for whatever it is, whatever matters, you're on your own and you're the guy. This is your channel. If you want to keep your vehicle long term and you want to treat that engine, that transmission extra special, because that will get you there. And we need to prevent it from rusting out underneath your butt, because if it's rotten, it's got to go. If it's solid, everything else can be serviced or replaced. So let's dive into our morning swiggy. So if you haven't subscribed yet for our YouTube channel, do so. If you think you're subscribed, please do us a favor and check. We're at the halfway point of getting to our first 1,000 subscribers, and Skippy and I are reaching out to you to get us there by the 30th of July. That would be such a thrill for us, and putting in 80 plus hours a week to build everything that we're working on to help you get a better understanding of your automobile and save time, effort, energy, stress, and money all at the same time. Because owning an older automobile, and automobiles get older every day, even when you're making payments, and they're not reliable. So we have to make them reliable. They're not infallible, folks. They just are not. They require and demand attention from you. And when the vehicle doesn't get the attention, trust me, the topic we have this morning, the cooling system boogeyman, oh yeah, I'm gonna enlighten you on that one, because the cooling system is the boogeyman. Yeah, absolutely. That is an area that we've deemed in the industry the number one most neglected system on all automobiles, the cooling system. And I'll tell you, you're going to learn about the boogeyman, the cooling system boogeyman this morning, and also our Motormouth summer tech tip is number 9. Transmissions are sweating too in this heat. So in this heat is the enemy already under the hood and all the components that make up your automobile. And then we add the outside heat to it as well. Goody. Not really. We have to be prepared. So raise your beverage. Let's say thank you to Mama Louise and Earl Grant at City Auto Sales and Leasing for bringing us our morning swiggy together and our daily weather report, providing you with a safe location and an amazing vehicle purchase experience at City Auto Sales and Leasing. That's what you're going to get. Being able to buy with confidence, be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. You can't buy that. Honesty and integrity. Low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. They don't bring in any junk from any of the resources that they have built over 25 years in the pre-owned vehicle sales. Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store, in-house leasing and financing available. So if you don't see on their website a vehicle that you're particularly interested in, let Earl hunt it down for you through the resources they have. If that vehicle is out there and it's any good, Earl will grab it for you. But if they're not, he's going to tell you might want to just sit back, wait a little bit until the goodies come to the market, if you know what I mean. Exactly. So low mileage quality vehicles, you're going to have an amazing vehicle purchasing experience there. It's well worth. Uh, if you got to drive 2 days and take your toothbrush and your jammies, well worth to go there. Second largest investment you're going to make in your lifetime, buying a home and purchasing an automobile, and being able to get another vehicle from someone who's got your back. You can't buy that referral. It's priceless. So on 3, 2, 1, if you're joining us for the first time, this is how we do it. Raise your favorite cup of morning beverage. And yes, I did find my morning beverage mug yesterday. If you were wondering if I kept you in suspenders, it was just outside the studio door on the top of the studio mailbox on the lid. And I must have put it there because my hands were full and I couldn't get the door handle. And I have the seniors door handles, where you can get them with your elbow or your foot or your chin, whatever, and get them open. I really like those handles. Instead of the twisty ones, it's like a little arm. Yeah, I must have set it down and totally did not pay attention. It was still there. Yeah, and it was cold. So on 3, 2, 1, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. That was a whole lot better than yesterday was a nothing burger. Man, I looked high and low. I could not find it. Then I was coming up the stairs to the studio, and I'm looking right at it. And I started laughing, and I'm going, it probably only happens to me. So thank you to our friends, Kathy, Dave, and Dan Grimo at Niagara Block. Met their son yesterday. Michael came here. He's going to do some electricals for us and get our compressor that's been sitting there for 2 years. And 4 electricians later that said they do it, hook it up and tidy it up. And it's never been running. It's brand spanking new. Might even be longer. Might be 4 years. It's going to be great to have it working. So Michael Grimo is going to take care of that for us. So great to be connected with people that can get things done. So if you're looking to create a beautiful backyard scape for yourself, hardscape landscaping materials galore are readily available at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road. They've been building Canada since 1931. I wonder if they've had a coffee break or a lunch break. Who knows? We'll find out. But if you need a contractor to build you stuff, they make the blocks right there. Beautiful blocks. They have everything you can think of, the metal, the rebar, and also every item you're going to need to create that beautiful backyard space you can call your outdoor living space, including if you need a contractor, Kathy Grimo would be your contact to set you up with a contractor that can design, estimate, start the job, finish the job, and create that beautiful space for you to enjoy. If you or someone you know is struggling with finances, whether it be investments, carrying debt, estate planning, arranging a mortgage, life insurance, critical illness insurance, all those topics that I just mentioned, not many of us like to sit and talk about them. So you can get yourself a discovery meeting with Tony Miele or Larry Tetro. Our certified financial planning professionals will sit down with you and bring some clarity to the questions that you have. And these guys, over 50 years experience, they're both my brothers from other mothers and my personal financial planners. And I'll tell you this, leave your wallet, leave your money at home, get that hour and a coffee discovery meeting, and go and get your questions answered. So before you do an opinion poll, folks, and I will share some of my own story, and it's creepy. It's financially creepy what's out there. Tony Miele and Larry Tetro, they're going to be winding down soon, and they've been with us since 2007 and have helped a lot of people dig out of some pretty deep holes. So when you think it's over, it's not. Don't give up. I'm not giving up on you. Book that hour and a coffee. Honesty and integrity, that's what you got to deliver. And they're not going to be condemning you for anything. We all make mistakes. So leave your money at home. They're not going to be asking you for any money. They just want to find out where you're at, what's on your plate, and how they can help you. All right, the daily weather, here it is. Let's read it. It's been stinking hot, hasn't it? It is summertime here in the Golden Horseshoe in the South Shores of Lake Erie. On the rainometer today, RAIN, it's 0.35 of an inch here in the Niagara region. 69 degrees right now and mostly sunny. It feels warmer, about 70 degrees, partly cloudy conditions from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. with rain expected early evening, 6 p.m. So today's temperature range will hit 68 to 84. Make sure you're beveraged and you have your Nelly with you, your umbrella Nelly, and it's going to feel more like 68 to 85. So yesterday we topped out at 84 degrees. We will match that today again. Our high will be 84 degrees as well. So we've got some, in the Niagara region, we've got some rain on the rainometer. You might want to make sure you plan ahead for that and adjust your driving habits to the road conditions. Our car connection maintenance schedule is all set and ready for you to purchase. And if you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and our podcast, there's special extreme discounts for you to get one. So you go to our website, carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com, ccbusnet.com. We've put together a full profile page to show you and explain out what is the car connection fleet maintenance system, how does it work, and I'll tell you what, it's going to save you time, effort, energy, money, and a few bloody knuckles, as well as your stress level, and owning an automobile is going to come right down to a manageable size for you. And that's where following a maintenance system will keep that vehicle running, just like my own, 400,000 kilometers. The next one is 300 and just turned over 319,000 kilometers. That's our 99 Honda Civic DX two-door hatchback, and it has air conditioning so cold you can hang beef in there, let me tell you. And that's a great little car. It runs on farts in a jar pretty much. I tell you, I think I'm almost going to have to hide that soon. But that's what you can do as well by following. I follow my own maintenance schedule. People ask me, how do you do that? Like, your FJ's 2007. I go, you follow a maintenance schedule. That's how you do it. So you can check that out for yourself, get the discounts for subscribing, and fill out the order form, send it, and it will come directly to the Car Connection Studios, and I send that out personally myself. We do have a merch store. The link for that is in the top right-hand corner of our homepage. We're receiving emails, people asking, where do we find your Motormouth Car Connection merch? That's where you'll find it. It's all put together by Freedom Expressions, part of Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA. You order what you like, your size, your color, dimensions, the whole 9 yards. Safely pay for it, and it gets shipped directly to your door, whatever your order is. And all the proceeds from the sales of the merchandise gets turned back to Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA, to help that next person get to a campus nearest them. Because what they've been doing for 25 years now is changing lives one at a time. Well, let's jump into our topic this morning because time is of the essence, so they say. The cooling system boogeyman. And when I say it like that, I really mean it. Because this is an area that will absolutely destroy your wallet, your savings account, your entire nervous system. Exactly. So listen up, get your crayons ready. That 16-pack of Crayolas, always good to perform. And a nice, beautiful pressed-down leaf bag. Best memo pad ever. For drawing, doodling, whatever you want. There's lots of geography to take your notes. If you can't take notes, you can listen, re-listen, and watch on our YouTube channel. And the link is in the top right-hand corner of our homepage at ccbusnet.com. Pay close attention, folks, to the descriptions of our YouTube videos and podcasts. I put that all together myself and edit those, and I put a lot more automotive tech tips in there that you will not have heard on the video or seen on the video or heard on the podcast. So I put some more nuggets in there for you to learn more basics. So let's jump in. The cooling system boogeyman, and it's 5 things. I have 5 things to give you. It's not just about antifreeze. And I wanted to bring that right to the forefront, folks, because a lot of you think it's just about antifreeze. No, 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 plus no, times no, divided by no. It's no. That's just a small portion of your cooling system. Just because they told you it was lifetime antifreeze, and I would highly recommend you go to our YouTube channel, and in the very first 20 videos Skippy and I ever put together, I did a whole series on antifreeze. Testing it, what we're testing for, and I went to the store and I actually bought gallons of antifreeze at the retail outlets, the little store with the red triangle even, and you'll have to see the results of testing brand new antifreeze that failed right in the container. So you'll get all the details, how much knowledge can come from understanding antifreeze, and it is not antifreeze that lasts 225,000 kilometers or 150,000 kilometers, or it's lifetime antifreeze. You need to watch those videos and you'll have your eyes wide open afterwards, wide open. Because its cooling system is not just about antifreeze. That's just one of the items that makes up the cooling system. So it's not all, your cooling system's not all hanging on the quality of the antifreeze. So we need to test that on a regular basis for the boiling point and the freeze point, the acid corrosion level, pH balance, and alkalinity. And when you watch those videos, you'll see I'm testing for all those conditions of the antifreeze, whether it's in the vehicle already or right in the jug. And I have found a number of manufacturers selling antifreeze that's supposed to be good for 5 years, and it's date stamped 3 years old already in the jug. So how old is it? Do you have 5 years left on that jug that's already date stamped 3 years old? Nope. No, you don't. Buyer beware. Nobody's watching out for you, but I am. I've been carving this lane out for 44 years and 32 years on the horn. That's what I call it. I'm on the horn this morning. Almost wasn't. We've been having some issues, but just pray for us. We're getting through it, pushing through it. It's all about gigabytes. It's all about the gigabytes, baby. So antifreeze is just one portion. Number 2, the overall system condition. That's what we're going to be talking about as we move forward with the 5 things to beat the cooling system boogeyman. So it's everything in the vehicle's cooling system that is a must work together program. Any particular component that makes up your vehicle's cooling system will take you out very quickly, and it can, and most times causes major engine damage from overheating, because aluminum is not forgiving, and we have a lot of engine parts now and a lot of engines that are built out of aluminum, and they do not like to be overheated, and they're not very forgiving. So if you think about your cooling system, it's not a big deal. You're right. It's not a big deal. It's a huge deal. And if you watch the YouTube videos just recently, the last month or two, taking our 2007 FJ Cruiser apart at the cooling system level, pulled the radiator out, thermostat, hoses, the whole 9 yards, you need to watch those videos so I show you and talk about why I do that on a regular basis. Yes, you got to get a better understanding and a grip. You got to get a grip on your vehicle's cooling system, because that's the area that is going to make or break the idea that all of a sudden you've got to make a decision to get another vehicle and you're financially strapped. And fixing the one you have is beyond fixing, because the cooling system failed, overheated. And here's what you have to keep in mind. You're not just overheating the engine, you're cooking the transmission at the same time, because they share the same cooling system to keep the oils cool. And when the oils get above temperature that they run at normally, that's when stuff breaks. That's when things burn out inside your automatic transmission. So if you're running your engine hot, you're running your automatic transmission hot too. So it's a double whammy. Cook the engine, take the transmission with it. Number 3, I call this the cooling system ninja, because it will sneak up on you ever so slowly that you don't even notice that your vehicle's not running at normal operating temperature. And not all vehicles are going to flag you. We had shot a video on a 2018 Jeep, I think it was a Jeep Wrangler JK. Doesn't matter. It's 3.6 Pentastar. That's the first time I've ever seen an onboard computer flag a thermostat and put the service light on and let you know that there's something wrong with the thermostat. Because in most cases, it's up to the tech to go in through the ALDL connector. So put the scan tool on there, the engine analyzer, not the little handheld unit, a full analyzer, so that we can see what the cooling system is running at, and if the voltages and the temperature are normal. And that's why I call it the cooling system ninja, because you may think just because you're not seeing coolant on your driveway, you're not smelling something weird coming out, or steam coming out under the hood, that your cooling system's top drawer. It's not. And I can guarantee you that 9 out of 10 vehicles, if I went to Walmart this afternoon and put a green sticker on 10 windshields and we checked every one of those cars' cooling system, we're going to find a minimum 8 out of 10 have cooling system issues. And you're just on the verge of having cooling system failure, catastrophic failure. So it will creep up on you ever so slowly. Belts and hoses, they're important. They house the coolant. The water pump is driven by the belt, the serpentine drive belt. That baby pops off. Your engine goes into super overheat in less than 12 minutes. It's actually around 3 minutes. And you're steaming, and you've just possibly caused some serious mechanical failure on top of that. Number 4, it ain't just the radiator age that takes it out. It's that the radiators, they plug up with calcium from the bottom up, so we can't see it. It's not possible unless we cut the radiator in half lengthwise, then we can see the tubes. So if you are able to see the tubes on the top of the radiator, they always look pretty clean. But radiators plug up from the bottom up, and then you start losing. This is where the cooling system ninja comes in. You start losing cooling system capacity, and there's no service light for that. Ding, ding, ding. So an engineer that I had a chance to have coffee with a number of years ago, he told me this, and it is a great idea, and I do it myself. Every 100,000 kilometers, you want that radiator out of there and chuck it in the scrap bin and put a brand new one in, if you want to keep your vehicle going long term. That's what the engineer said. And he was an engineer that was running at that time for Bell Canada. They were running a test on running Dodge minivans as the service vehicles for Bell Canada. And he said, how we're getting high mileage out of them is every 100K, whether it's leaking or not, the radiator comes out. We put a brand new radiator in each and every one of those service vans. He says that's how we can get 300,000-400,000 K out of those Dodge Caravans running as service maintenance vehicles. That was a great piece of advice, and I've done that as a test. 100K, pull the radiator out, cut it with my Sawzall in half, and he's absolutely right. Between a third to 2/3 of the radiator is plugged up with calcium, which reduces the cooling system's ability to properly cool the engine until it can't. So that's another cooling system ninja. And that's where the Bogeyman begins. And number 5, the thermostat and water pump and hoses can let go anytime after 100K. So that's an area where thermostats we used to replace every 24 months. Nobody's doing it anymore because you're not seeing the cooling system ninja. And that's where the system's going to lie and where the system's going to let you down, because Belts and Hoses by Gates Canada, major company that produces those components, belts and hoses are good for 2 years, regardless of mileage. It's UV rays and heat that decay the hoses, and they rot from the inside out, not the outside in, so you can't see visually what's going on. So we need to replace those out every 24 months if you don't want the cooling system ninja to take you out with the cooling system Bogeyman shows up. So thermostats every 2 years. Again, on most vehicles, you will not get a service light. It's where we have to look and see if the thermostat is operating or not, and it can slam shut at any time or stick wide open without notice. Water pumps, same thing. It's good today, tomorrow I'm leaving antifreeze everywhere I go. It's dripping from somewhere. That's the water pump signal that it has failed completely. Hoses, I just talked about that as well. Clamps, they rot, they rust, they get weak. And that's where cooling system leaks come from. And the belt condition gets ignored, usually until it's left on the roadway on the 400 series highways. I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody's serpentine belt laying on a 400 series highway, and you know that they didn't make it much further than where the belt came off, because that's when the cooling system Bogeyman will destroy all your travel plans fast. So cooling system, we have a lot of videos walking you through what the cooling system looks like from the inside out and what we're looking for ahead of time so that the cooling system Bogeyman doesn't get you. All right, this morning's Motormouth Summer Tech Tip is entitled Transmissions Are Sweating Too. I just talked about that, didn't I? Yes. You're cooking the cooling system and the engine. You're cooking your automatic transmission at the same time. Well, Motormouth here with a hot one. Literally, summer heat makes your transmission work harder, especially in stop-and-go traffic. If your fluid's dark or smells burnt, it's time to change it. I don't care whether it's synthetic or not. If you have a Nissan Rogue with a CVT transmission, you need to be changing that transmission oil every 30,000 miles, 50,000 K, unless you want to be one of the 20 or 25 Rogues sitting on stilts in the U-Pull-It wrecking yard that I saw this week on Wednesday. And the transmissions are, if they're there, they're done. If they're missing, somebody's hoping that they found themselves a good one and they're pulling it out themselves and they have no idea whether it's any good or not. So if you want to keep your transmission happy and long term, some of them go as high as $16,000. The cheap ones are around $6,000 to rebuild. So don't wait until the shifts get clunky. Your transmission deserves some summer loving too. So till tomorrow, join us again for another Motormouth morning drive at 8 a.m. Happy, healthy motoring, friends. Peace, patience, and kindness always. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.